Darth Kermit here with the first of my new EVE Echoes 101 series aiming to bring you simple explanations of core concepts. This first 101 video will cover the EVE Echoes market since nearly every player will have to interact with the market at least occasionally. Also because it was the first topic requested. If there's a particular concept you want to make sure I cover, please leave it in the comments section. Also please like, share, subscribe, support me on Patreon if you think I deserve it, and hit the notification bell if you want to know when I put out new videos. You can also find this video broken down into multiple short videos if that's your preference, or if you are just looking for a specific refresher. There's also a TLDW video for those who want to skip the details altogether. First, an overview. The market is an in-game exchange where players can list nearly any in-game item for sale. Other players can see these listings, buy them, and then pick them up from the location where they were put up for sale. The concepts that I'll cover are, in order, trade centers, selling on the market, buying on the market, the delivery system, market-related fees, and finally skills. Feel free to jump to whichever topic interests you or find the related short video in the playlist. This video will cover interstellar trade centers, or ITCs. These are the major marketplaces in EVE Echoes. Major systems like Jita, Alakara, and Pycura are all ITCs. The main advantage of ITCs are that they are the only places where alpha clones can buy or sell. Omegas can buy or sell on the market from any station, and they can participate in private trades called contracts. Alphas can only trade at ITCs. This has the practical effect of increasing both supply and demand at these stations since they are the only places where a significant portion of the game population can buy or sell. This means that when buying something, as long as you have some patience, you should be able to buy things at a lower price than you would be able to at a non-ITC station. When selling, this means you should be able to sell very quickly, but you'll have a lot of competition and may have to sell at a lower price than elsewhere. To find your nearest ITC, open the market screen and then tap on Nearby Trade Centers near the bottom middle. This will pop up a list of the ITCs sorted by proximity. You can then tap on one of them and set as destination for your autopilot. And that's it for trade centers. Next up is sell orders. First off, there are two different ways to sell something on the market. You can list the item for sale on the market with a sell order, or you can fulfill a buy order that is already on the market. Creating a sell order should net more profit, but can take much longer, whereas fulfilling a buy order is immediate, but usually nets much less profit. Before we dive into the details, let's take a look at the market and see what the prices are. To do this, we tap on the item, then tap View Market Details. This screen will show you all sell orders on the market and their locations. This helps us know what price to list our sell orders at. Now, if we tap on the other tab on the left side, you will see all of the buy orders available on the market. This will tell us where we can sell our item immediately for the highest price. Either sell method is accomplished by tapping on the item you want to sell and then tapping Sell. When the sell screen pops up, the price will be automatically populated with the highest buy order price that exists at your location. You can sell at this price immediately by tapping the Sell button. You can also change this price. If you raise it, you will create a sell order when you tap the Sell button. If you lower it, you will fulfill all buy orders starting from the highest offer at your location down through the price you have set for as many units as you are selling. One thing to note is that there are various fees depending on how you buy or sell on the market, and I'll cover those fees in detail in part 6 of this series. For now, that's all on the topic of selling on the market. Next is buying. Unsurprisingly, buying on the market is very similar to selling on the market. It has fewer steps but more options. As with selling, we have two ways to buy something. We can create a buy order, which should cost less but it can take much longer, or we can purchase an item that is already listed for sale, which gets us the item immediately but is usually more expensive. Either way, we first need to open up the market screen. Here you'll see categories on the left for everything in the game that can be sold on the market. We can either browse through these categories for an item or tap the search box at the top to search for something specific. Once we've picked an item and tapped on it, we can see all units currently available on the market, their location, and price. On the left side, we have another tab that shows us all the buy orders on the market. To create our own, we just tap Initiate Acquisition, set a price, maybe a little higher than the current high price, and tap Order. Now we just have to wait for it to be filled. If we're too low, it'll never be filled. One thing to note here is that when placing a buy order, the entire purchase price, plus a broker fee that will be detailed in Part 6, will be immediately deducted from your wallet. This will be refunded if you cancel the order, minus the broker fee. If we're in a hurry, we can buy one immediately. To do so at our current location, we go back to the other tab, tap the Purchase button, change the quantity if desired, and then tap Purchase again. However, there might be a cheaper unit at another location. If we care more about saving the ISK than the time it would take to get the item, we can purchase the item remotely. And now we have 3 options for collecting that item. 1. We travel to that location and pick it up ourselves. 2. We use regional delivery. Or 3. We use interstellar delivery. Another thing to note is that there are various fees depending on how you buy or sell on the market, and I'll cover these fees in detail in Part 6 of this series. But for now, that's all on the topic of buying on the market. Next up, we have the delivery system. This video series is specifically about the market, so I'm not going to go into detail here about how to make ISK doing deliveries. I'll save that for a future video series if there are enough requests for me to do so. This video will just cover how the delivery system works when using the market. So let's say we want to purchase something from the market, but it's at a different station than the one we are currently at. We have 3 options for collecting that item. 1. We go pick it up ourselves. 2. Regional delivery. 3. Interstellar delivery. Number 1 is self-explanatory, so I'm not going to explain it. Let's just say we don't want to waste our limited game time traveling to pick up this item. If the item is at a station in the same local region that we're in, and either the item is located at an ITC or we are at an ITC, then we can use regional delivery. Under How to Obtain, we select Regional Delivery, then tap the destination box below that and select the desired delivery location. You'll see the updated cost, and you can tap Purchase when ready. It can take up to 24 hours for your item to be delivered. For most items, this delivery service costs 1,000 ISK plus 5,000 ISK per jump between the 2 locations. So if we wanted it moved to a station 3 jumps away, that would cost an extra 16,000 ISK. 5,000 times 3 plus 1,000. Neither the cost nor quantity of the item matter. However, ships and other very large items are more expensive than this, but it's such a minimal cost compared to the cost of the ships themselves, just 30 or 40,000 for battle cruisers even, that I'm not going to bother listing out every single regional delivery fee. But what if we're nowhere near the station that our item is located at? This much more likely scenario is where interstellar delivery comes in. Instead of selecting regional delivery, we select interstellar delivery, then select our destination. Note that we can only have things delivered this way to an ITC. After we select the destination, we get an updated total, then we can hit Purchase. I haven't been able to work out the exact math for the costs of interstellar delivery, but I can get very close with a base fee of 10% plus a 0.25% per jump. So delivery from 10 jumps away would be about an extra 12.5%. There's one last very important thing to understand about the 2 delivery systems. Regional delivery is handled by the system, and your item will always be delivered within 24 hours. But interstellar delivery is handled by other players. When another player accepts your package for delivery, they will pay you a certain amount of ISK in collateral. But these other players won't necessarily deliver your cargo. They could be destroyed en route. They could just keep the shipping crate and try to open it if they have high enough skills. Or they could deliver for the delivery fee. If they don't end up delivering your package for whatever reason, then you get to keep the collateral payment and your delivery fee is refunded, but you won't get the item. And that's about it for delivery. Next is market fees. There are 2 primary fees, the market fee and broker fee, and 2 sort of secondary fees, change order and delivery fees. Since I covered delivery fees in detail in the previous video on the market delivery system, I'll only be discussing the other 3 in this video. First and most significant is the market fee. This starts at 15% and comes directly out of the sale proceeds. So if you sell an item for 1 million ISK, you will only receive 850,000. This fee is always paid by the seller. Only the seller's skills can impact this percentage. I'll go over the related skills and their impact in the next video. The other primary fee is the broker fee. This fee starts at 8% and is paid when the buy order or sell order is placed on the market. So whereas the market fee is always paid by the buyer, the broker fee is paid by whoever places the order on the market. So either party might be paying this fee, just depending on who placed the order. Sellers especially should note that this fee is paid up front. So if you're listing a battlecruiser for 200 million ISK, you will need to be able to pay 16 million ISK just to be able to put the battlecruiser up for sale. Another thing to note about this fee is that it is never refunded. If you cancel your order, whether buy or sell, you will not get the broker fee back. The market fee, on the other hand, is only ever paid when an item sells, so you don't have to worry about this fee if you cancel the order. The change fee is really just the broker fee in a slightly different context, but I think it deserves its own category because it's a bit complicated. This is the fee you pay when you want to change the listed price of a buy or sell order that you have listed. When raising the price of a listing, you will pay the broker his 8% fee on the difference between the new listing price and the old, plus an additional half of the fee for the current price, or a 4% base. So let's say we are listing an item for 1 million ISK. We have to pay the broker 80k up front to create the listing. Then later we decide to up the price to 2 million ISK. Now we have to pay the broker another 80k to cover the extra 1 million in the listing, plus an additional 40k change fee for a total of 120k. Buy orders work the exact same way. You want to buy something for 1 million, you pay the broker 80k to create the buy order, and then when you want to raise your bid to 2 million, you have to pay an additional 120k. But what about lowering the price? Well, when adjusting downward, you only have to pay the change fee, but the change fee is slightly different. When lowering the price, the change fee is still half of the broker fee, but is only applied against the new price instead of the original price. So if we start at 1 million and paid a broker fee of 80k and we want to drop the price to 500k, we will have to pay 4% of 500k, a 20k change fee. Hopefully that's enough detail on the market fees. Next, I'll cover the market-related skills. These skills are trade and accounting, which can be found under the social science heading, trade subheading. The trade skill mainly increases the number of open orders you can have on the market at any given time. This is total buy and sell orders. Every character starts at a max of 5 orders, and the trade skill can increase this to 70. It also increases the number of private contracts a character can have open from 1 to 21. Theoretically, it also increases the number of corporation contracts available, but as far as I can tell, corporation contracts aren't actually in the game yet. Now for the accounting skill. This skill will reduce all those fees that were detailed in the previous video. This skill can reduce the market fee from 15% to 10% and the broker fee from 8% to 5%, reducing the total from 23% to 15%. So instead of it costing 46 million ISK to sell a 200 million ISK battlecruiser, it would only cost 30 million, a difference of 16 million. It doesn't take too many market sales of battlecruisers or high-tier ships to make accounting worthwhile. The only other thing to note here is that the reduction of the broker fee also reduces your change order fee from 4% to 2.5%, and that can be really nice if you buy or sell a lot on the market. And that's all for the EVE Echoes Market 101 series. I hope you found it helpful. If so, please remember to like, share, subscribe, support me on Patreon if you think I deserve it, and drop me a comment if I forgot something or you want me to cover a particular topic in the future. Next up will be a Mining 101 series. Till next time.
I find your lack of rainbow connection disturbing.